the final thing I want to go into here is that safety can actually lead to defensive feelings. This might seem odd, I know, but the autonomic nervous system is neurocepting safety, and it's attempting to. I mean, pretty much at all time, it's neurocepting. It's trying to find safety, and I'm kind of like giving the ANS some agency here. That's not what I mean. I'm not trying to personify it, but it is constantly detecting for safety or danger, for both, because there is this inner drive to self-regulate. The autonomic nervous system, the ideal state is this self-regulated state, which leads to greater health and growth and restoration. And so it's searching for safe environments and safe people in our lives. And so when it is in those safe environments or with those safe people, it may begin the process of regulation, self-regulation, or receiving co-regulation from a safe other. And along with that regulation may come some defensive feelings. And mindfulness as well. The writer had mentioned meditation, but this would be true for yoga or even therapy. Whenever you bring another level of mindfulness, so just that bringing that focus of your consciousness to yourself and what your true or close to true experience is in the moment, the present moment. Mindfulness is like, it's like you're aligning your consciousness with your body, your focus. You're bringing your focus to the physical self. So there's more of an alignment there. And when that happens, it kind of gives permission for your autonomic nervous system. At least this is the way I frame it in my mind. Mindfulness gives permission to your ANS to self-regulate. If you're focused on the outside world, if you're focused on, or maybe even thoughts of the internal world, then you're not focused on your body. Once you bring awareness to your body, then the two are in alignment, and now self-regulation can begin to happen. Animals don't have that problem. They don't worry about the outside world and think about it and dwell on it. They're always in tune with their inner body, so they're always in a state of self-regulation, but also co-regulation they're offering to each other as well. Mindfulness is something that we see in meditation, like they mentioned, but also in meditation, you're potentially probably in, I would think, a safe environment, maybe even with safe people. But if you're in a safe environment, like if you meditate, when I meditate, I like to have the lights down. I like to have low stimulation. Those are cues to my nervous system, my autonomic nervous system, that I'm safe or that we are in safety. I do better with low stimulation. As it neurocepts safety, the potential for self-regulation to happen increases. So part of meditation is the mindfulness, part of it is the environment and giving yourself cues of safety. And this is something that I build in building safety anchors, is the environmental safety cues. That's actually the first lesson in building safety anchors, is increasing environmental safety cues. So important. And so when we give ourselves those environmental safety cues or co-regulation with safe others, or just mindfully look inward, then through those safety cues, self-regulation will start. And along with that will come defensive feelings as we climb up our polyvagal ladder. That's just, it's interesting, maybe kind of weird, that as we feel more safety, we potentially feel some of that defensive stuff come up, even some of that old defensive stuff. So it's actually kind of a good thing if you can tolerate it. This could even happen in therapy. But it really comes down to, can you tolerate it? You have to have the window of tolerance or the vagal brake. You have to have that developed enough to be able to tolerate those defensive feelings that are going to come up. Now, once you do, they will not be felt as defense. They'll be felt as something else. Instead of coming out of shutdown and up into a fight state and feeling like anger, it won't feel like anger. It'll feel like power. It's a much different experience. But we have to have the window of tolerance, the vagal brake, strengthened. You can do so by finding what brings you to safety and developing it, spending more time doing those things mindfully. I would encourage you to feel safety in tolerable doses. And to do so, little by little, this would be similar to lifting weights. In order to lift heavier weights, you're not going to be able to lift 100 pounds before you lift 75, and you can't lift 75 before you can lift 50. Similarly, you will not be able to experience joy until you can experience, a little joy. The more you can experience of those safety feelings, at least the more you can build in doses, then you can increase your capacity to feel more of it. Hopefully that makes sense. You're exercising these pathways. You're exercising the biological pathways, those ventral vagal pathways. You're exercising them so that you can increase the potential and longevity of feeling and staying in your safety state. That's what I'm trying to say.